In the presence of this house, Grandfather, Great Spirit, and from the direction where the sun sets, and from the direction of cleansing power, and from the direction of the rising, and from the direction of the middle of the day. Grandfather, Grandmother, the earth who hears everything, Grandmother, because you are woman, for this reason you are kind. I come to you this day to tell you to love the red men and watch over them and give these young men the understanding. Because, Grandmother, from you comes the good things. Good things that are beyond our eyes to see have been blessed in our midst. For this reason, I make my supplication known to you again. Give us a blessing so that our words and actions be one in unity, and that we be able to listen to each other. In so doing, we shall with good heart walk hand in hand to face the future. In the presence of the outside, we are thankful for many blessings. I make my prayer for all people, the children, the women, and the men. I pray that no harm will come to them, and that on the great island there be no war, that there be no ill feelings among us. From this day on, may we walk hand in hand. So be it. Survival of the world depends on our sharing what we have and working together. If we don't, the whole world will die. First the planet, and next the people. When we become hollow bones, there is no limit to what the higher powers can do in and through us in spiritual things. I do not ask in my prayers and discussions for only those things I would like to see happen, because no one can claim to know what is best for humankind. The Great Spirit and Grandfather alone know what is best. And this is why, even though I am worried, my attitude is not overcome with fear of the future. I submit always to the Great Spirit's will. This is not easy, and most people find it impossible. But I have seen the power of prayer, and I have seen God's desires fulfilled. So I pray always that God will give me wisdom to accept the divine way of doing things. Those who live for one another learn that love is the bond of perfect unity. Sometimes it feels like energy or electricity when it is moving in and through us. But spiritual power is really a distinctive kind of knowledge that is like the key that opens the door, or the switch that starts the energy moving. Remember and think about the closeness of the Creator. If you live in this wisdom, it will give you endless strength and hope. If we keep everything in balance, we are in harmony with ourselves and are at peace. The greater the faith, the greater the result. All medicine people are little hollow bones that the Great Spirit and the helpers work through. The ones who complain and talk the most about giving away medicine secrets are always those who know the least. Long ago, people knew how to do it, but they have forgotten the way. We can be hollow bones for healing the world, just as we can be bones for curing, healing, and helping one another. Lots of people have told me that with my curing powers, I could become a very rich man by demanding high payments. But this is not what the Great Spirit wants me to do. And the powers are Great Spirits anyway. The Great Spirit has made it clear that being rich does not bring happiness, and that it takes people's minds away from Him. Anyone who is willing to live the life that I have led can do the things I do. What could be greater than to be the Great Spirit's mind, eyes, ears, nose, mouth, arms, hands, legs and feet here on earth? The one who wishes to be a true medicine person must be a person of faith, and they can only work successfully with those who also have faith. Mind, body, and spirit are linked together. You cannot consider one without the others. The higher powers, the medicine person, and the community are linked together. People, other creatures, and the rest of creation are linked together. All of us are taught by the same God, so we should expect to find the same teaching and practices everywhere. The mind can see further than the physical eye. It can see what a camera doesn't see. It can see beyond physical barriers and even into a person. The mind's eye changes the way we see things. With self-healing, people must let the Great Spirit and the helpers heal them first, so they will know how healing works. Then, this understanding can be sent out from them to the rest of creation. Not everyone can be cured, but everyone can be healed. Curing is spiritual, but not in the same way that healing is spiritual. People do die. Not everyone is cured. I have not asked the Great Spirit why this is so. The Great Spirit and Grandmother Earth have given all things life. This includes rocks, trees, water, and the ground we walk on. And just as people, animals, birds, insects, and sea creatures have blood in them, so too everything else has thoughts, feelings, concerns, and hopes. The Great Spirit has been wise enough to make life challenging and interesting. What would it be like if there was only one way to do things? With the Great Spirit, life is a constant adventure where we are always finding new treasures. When life is too good, we think too highly of ourselves and our blessings. Then we decide we are the wisest and the favoured ones. And then we don't think we need the Great Spirit and the helpers anymore. The Great Spirit made the earth so that everything takes care of itself. Everything fulfills its role. Ants, worms, vultures, wolves, pebbles, sand. When we damage any of these, or the earth itself, we damage ourselves. Only human beings have the power to unbalance the earth. And when they unbalance the earth, they unbalance themselves. We have every opportunity in life to have things different. Except for what happens in nature. We bring our own curses down on our own heads.